Welcome to the TAF Hub. This is a brand new show brought to you by TAF Africa Global to educate you on real estate business and all the information you need to know about real estate.
After 45 years of construction and real estate development in 8 African countries, it is time to share my experience, and it can only be done in the TAF Hub. We will be inviting experts who will give you facts and the right regulations on real estate development.
Join us every week on our social media platforms for an exciting show. You can also watch us on GRTS TV every Sunday at 8:30 p.m.
My name is Ya Bajen Njie, and I started my schooling in the Gambia. I did my O-levels in Marina International School, graduated in 2002, then proceeded to do my A-levels in Canterbury, Kent, in the UK. I did my bachelor's degree in accounting and finance in Bristol, the University of West England, Bristol. Then proceeded to do my ACCA. And then that's when I came home in 2009, December. That's when I came home. And then I had a contract in Mazar, Senegal. So I lived in Senegal and worked there for a year, purely doing auditing. I was an assistant auditor, well, everything in French. Then I came home in 2010. That's when I joined the company. I joined TAF Africa. At that time, it was called TAF Holding Company Limited, as the finance manager. I worked there for 2 or 3 years. Then I moved to DT Associates as an assistant auditor again. At that time, I was completing my ACCA qualification. I was there for a little over a year and a half. That's when, in 2016, I believe I remember that conversation I had with my MD, my father. There were a series of events that happened. I believe it wasn't 2016, it was 2015. Sorry, it was 2015. And a series of events had happened, and we had a conversation where I had to tell him that I think I'm ready to come back. I think I'm ready to now take up this role, and I will take over the company as the general manager. And he said, yes, when will you start? And that's how I started my role as the general manager. So all those years studying in Bristol, did I ever think that I would be in a position of leadership in TAF Africa Global? Yes. Just because I think I was groomed to take up this role. I believe it from choosing my subjects in high school. I remember I had this, I really loved and enjoyed IT. I wanted to pursue it. And I believe when I was choosing my topics, I can remember this, my dad told me, I think you should do something that's more of business. You know, IT is gonna fizzle out. It's really in fashion right now, but it will die out. And he was wrong, but he needed me to stay in business. And I believe I switched to accounting when I was in my first year of my A-levels. One of my teachers was very inspirational, and he noticed my strength in figures. So he encouraged me, and when I discussed it with my dad, that's how I took up the accounting and finance, and I'm an accountant. How did I feel when I took up the role as the general manager, and how has it been so far? A roller coaster ride, I believe. We've had our ups and downs, and it's not easy working with my father as my managing director. But I believe I've grown. I've grown significantly, and I wouldn't change it for the world, just because I see the impact we're having on delivering these projects one at a time. So it's a very fulfilling role, and I hope that I can continue this progress on this role. How have I built resilience and confidence over the course of my career? I believe the team I've been blessed with. My team is very strong. We're a young, dynamic team, and I believe my support system, my family, also really have also contributed a lot to where I am today. As a mother, as a wife, and as the general manager of TAF Africa Global, managing these roles have really been, it's not been always the easiest, but because of my strong support system, my biggest cheerleader, my biggest support is Modu Musanya, my husband, who encourages me whenever I doubt myself in any way. Then I have my sisters. I have 3 younger sisters that are like my army. And then being a mother to my 2 kids, and of course my little sister's son, Usman, so I have 3 boys. It takes a village to raise a child, especially in this role that I have. I have a very strong support system where everyone helps to support me raise the kids, and also be the best I can as the general manager in order to lead the team. So TAF Africa Global employs 100 plus females in the company. The senior positions that females have occupied in the company are Head of Property Management, Ms. Fatou Njie, Head of Finance, Mrs. Fatou Sanyang Sabali, Head of Marketing, Ms. Anita C, Head of Admin and HR, Mam Betty George, Head of the Cleaners, Awamane, Head of the Snags, Nene Keita, Assistant Block Factory Manager, CB, Assistant Surveyor, Jacqueline. So already that's 8 positions, senior roles that females have occupied. And they're just troopers, really, because they perform beyond measures. And they carry this company, and they bring this bond that we need in order to deliver these huge projects. We have a visionary leader. This visionary leader needs a very strong team. And these people that I've listed, they're amazing women. They're amazing women that are just breaking the glass ceiling, and they're performing beyond what we ever expected. And kudos to them.
Hello viewers, welcome to the TAF Hub. My name is Mariama Kuli. I am really excited to be back on this platform again in the studio. That means we have a guest who we will be talking to. And this month is Women's Month. That means we'll be celebrating the work of so many women, including the women of TAF Africa Global. And TAF Africa is well known for empowering and supporting women in all sectors. So I am really excited today to have the General Manager of TAF Africa Global, who's an amazing young woman doing great work. Welcome, Ya Bajen. It's amazing to have you on the TAF Hub, finally, for the first time.
Thank you, Mariama. Thank you so much.
You look great. How are you?
I'm okay. I'm honored to be here. Thank you so much.
Well, it's an honor to have you as well. And as a general manager, what do you feel has been your biggest accomplishment today?
I believe my biggest accomplishment would be bringing the company up to the stage of launching one of the biggest projects in the Gambia, the TAF City.
Yes.
Not just that, but also the delivery. The fact that the first estate that we launched took 2 months for us to sell out. Within a year, we've delivered so many of the houses. People are already moving and living there, and
Yes.
that's because the team is really delivering. That is, so far, that is my biggest accomplishment.
I must say congratulations on that, because
you.
TAF Africa Global's biggest project being TAF City, building 1 million homes. And of course, when you go there, you can tell there's a touch of a female, thing. Though I'm not saying Mr. Njie is not doing his thing, but you can always tell, especially with the decor and then the interiors and everything. It's just amazing. So you can definitely feel that the touch of a woman being added to it.
Yes, I think that is very true. We have more women voices contributing to it.
Yes.
And yes, there's more color, there's more style.
Of course. Well, you can tell from the name of the houses that they are female names.
Yes.
Was this anything also that you introduced, as a woman?
Yeah, that one I actually met here.
Okay.
Because we've always had our names, the house names, named after women.
Yes.
Since the Bruford Gardens, that's what we started naming the different houses. And we had the Fatus, we had the I think Haja, all these were at that point. But now we have these names of the staffs actually.
Okay.
The Binta is named after one of our sales reps. The Nima also the same. We also have a Haja still. We also have the Aisha. They're all part of the team. So that alone also shows how much we just value our team.
Yes.
And it makes them take ownership of this project.
And then going on site, you see a lot of female workers there who don't underestimate any job. Jobs that were described as male jobs are being done by women. How do you feel about that?
It's really encouraging. It's encouraging for the next generation that we don't have any limits. Yes, we're ladies. God built us to look, and our strengths are not the same as men, but with a mindset that can give you the strength that you can do everything. We have lady painters now.
Yes.
Electricians. The gardeners, most of them, they enjoy what they do so much that you can see it. You can see how green TAF City is.
Yes.
And they're doing an amazing job. And they do it with a smile on their faces.
Yes. They're always looking energized and happy. And I'm like, it's just beautiful. They're like a family, and people keep saying, Fujigen bari, choda fa bari. But it's not with TAF City, they're always helping each other.
Yes.
And they've built a very strong bond. I've been there and I saw it myself.
Yes.
So it's just beautiful.
Thank you.
Now, what challenges do you still face as a woman in this important position? And how do you resolve the difficulties?
Well, like any other woman in this man's world
Yes.
that we're dominating is slowly but surely. I think it's more of getting people resisting to some sort of demand when you ask for certain things to be done. You will say some people might feel somehow taking it from a lady rather than from a man, but eventually dialogue is one thing. And also if the MD of the company dialogues and actually listens to me in some way, why wouldn't you when you are part of the team? So I think challenges, yes, but we easily just overcome it by dialogue.
Dialogue is important. That's where everything is. The moment you communicate, then it is easier to tackle the problems.
Right.
Now, do you experience resistance when you are leading men? And how do you deal with it?
I definitely do. Less of it now.
Yeah.
When I first started, I was, when I first started working, I was what, 23 or 24? I was much younger. So I did have some resistance from other people that I was managing. But yes, dialogue. And after a while, when they see that you are really part of the team and you want to see this, whatever we're working on, go forward, they would realize that they do have to take your commands.
Of course. This question, when I saw it, I was like, this is a very important question when it comes to women in power and women in leadership positions. Now, this is a common challenge that most women have, not just internally, but even externally. When you have customers outside, they don't want to listen to the woman. They always request, or, you know, can I speak to the overall boss?
Yes.
Here I am, I'm a woman, you
Yes.
need to talk to me, you know. So it takes a while before they really actually accept that, okay, I am the lady in charge and I am the one in position that you need to listen to.
Yeah.
Now, what would you do in situations where you're finding resistance, especially for people who are coming outside as customers? You know, how do you tackle those issues?
I believe the challenges I've faced has not been from the customers.
Okay.
The customers actually talking to a lady.
Yes.
They feel the trust now comes in.
Nice.
They feel more assured once they speak to. Most of the customers also, because they're not just they've lived abroad.
Yeah.
They've dealt with different genders, and their position really is what matters. So as long as they're talking to the general manager, they feel more assured, so it's not a problem.
Yes.
My issue most of the time is dealing with business partners and maybe suppliers. So coming from me, I had an example earlier in my career where I was supposed to negotiate a deal. That was when we were doing the building materials business.
Yes.
And I was supposed to negotiate a deal on buying some bulk material. I had already spoken to the guy, and I thought we already had a deal. I think a week after, I got a call from my father, my managing director. Yeah, what happened? I thought this deal was already done, but I just got a call from this guy again. We still don't have the material. I'm like, no, I'm pretty sure we closed that deal already.
Yeah.
Let me just call him and find out. I called him and he was like, hey, you know, I have a problem saying no to women.
Oh my God.
I was about to blow up. But yes, an example like that,
Yes.
I had to just make sure he understood exactly what my role was. And yes, we resolved that.
I'm glad you did.
Yeah.
Amazing. Well, we're in a very important month. This is a month specially dedicated to celebrate women. It is International Women's Month as well. And women need to be celebrated every single day because, you know, we're everywhere every single day. Women are the first people you come across early in the morning, going to the market, selling, putting food on the table for their families, helping build their structures, you know, either in official settings or in our homes or even communities. Now, how important is Women's Day for you?
Well, Women's Day is every day. It's every day that because we impact so many parts of the world and our lives daily. As you said, from the homes, we give birth to the children. We take care of the husbands.
Yes.
We raise the boys and we also raise the girls that are supposed to be leaders tomorrow. So I believe Women's Day is every day. And it's very important that a specific day is taken just to commemorate and also just to celebrate each other.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, we celebrate you today on the TAF Hub as a woman
Thank
in position, and we celebrate all women who are also watching the TAF Hub today and all the amazing staff of TAF Africa Global. Now, how can discrimination, bias, and gender inequality be stopped from your own point of view?
I believe with that, we need to be more supportive. We need to speak about the problem. We need to have people more confident in coming out to talk about the issues that we're facing and trying to find solutions. Again, support has to come not only from the other gender, but from the same gender too. So women should be supporting each other. And with that, we create equal opportunities where it's about your competence.
Yes.
It doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman. With that, I believe we should be able to tackle that.
That's right. Women supporting women. That's very important. Now, what suggestions do you have for women who want to expand their businesses or excel in organizations they work at?
For that one, I would want to say that I think mentorship is one thing that is very important. That's the one thing you cannot have on a piece of paper.
Yes.
You can't have it on a textbook. You can't have it in school. It's something that you can get from people that have lived it, from their experiences. And, you know, no man is an island, and no one can start fresh when you're starting. So when you're starting a new venture, company or business, it's good to hear what people have done and get advice. So do not feel too big to see someone that you look up to,
Yes.
and let them give you as much advice on the real world. Because there's some things you find when you start business and when you start working that it's not, you've never read it anywhere. It's something that people have lived and they can share it from their experiences.
Yeah.
So yes, mentorship is quite important.
Mentorship is important, and we keep emphasizing that on the TAF Hub, and that is why we keep bringing mentors on the show to feature them so they can have an impact on the lives of young people who are watching globally, you know, not just Gambia.
Yes.
Now, talking about mentors and mentorship and how important it is, who is your mentor?
Well, on business,
Yes.
On business, of course, my mentor is Mr. Mustapha,
Yes.
my father and my managing director. He definitely shows me the ropes. He's pushed me in the deep end many a times, but most of the time, you know, he gives me exactly what I need in order to take the right decision. But then there's this other part in just general domestic. My domestic life.
Yes.
And that would be my mother and my aunt. My mom, Jatu Cham,
Yes.
and my aunt, Ya Bajen Njie. I've always had these two, we've always lived together, and I've always had two moms growing up. And they do give me mentorship in all aspects of life, marriage,
Yes.
being a mother, and all that. Yeah, so these are my mentors.
Amazing. I like how enclosed it is within family, because you can never find a better mentor than your parents.
Yes.
You know, they show you the way and they guide you, and they will never fail you. That's
right.
for sure. Amazing. Well, if you could look back to your younger self, Ya Bajen, when you were younger, who just graduated from university with a degree, what words of wisdom would you impart to yourself?
I graduated when I was 22, 23. I would say I would take more risks. I think I've always played it very safe.
Yes.
I'm an accountant by profession.
Okay.
That alone tells you that I do not take much risks. But being in the real estate business now and working with an entrepreneur visionary like my dad, I believe now I'm taking more risks, and I believe that maybe if I took it earlier, I would have definitely achieved much more by now. So yes, I would tell my younger self to take more risks. Not too much, but at least enough.
Take more risks. Don't be scared. And it's still not late, you know. You're still young. You can. Well, Ya Bajen, thank you so much for your time. This was really, really beautiful to catch up with you, and of course to share your life journey with us since you started TAF Africa Global. And like I said, we're celebrating Women's Month this month, and we're celebrating you and all other women. Finally, what's your message to every woman out there watching TAF Hub?
My message would be just to believe in yourself. Once you believe in yourself, I believe you can do anything and everything. Life is about challenges. Sometimes when it's too good and it's going too right, then you would have to feel like something is going to happen.
Yes.
So just believe that whatever comes your way, since it's God that put it in your way, definitely He'll give you something to tackle it.
Yes.
So just believe in yourself as a woman.
Well, that was it with us and Ya Bajen today, celebrating International Women's Day. We kind of leave the studio without showing you this Rising Woman Africa, where Ya Bajen was featured on, as you can see. And she was not the only woman featured on this amazing magazine, but we also had women from the Gambia, like Fatou Bensouda, Jahadukure, our Mary Khan, and Mansata Kuram from Gambia. So we're really excited. You know, how did you feel being featured on this?
I was really honored. I was honored to be approached for this. And I hope I inspire.
Yes, you did. You did. Going through it, it's just beautiful. If you haven't had access to it, go for it and then read more about Ya Bajen and the amazing work that she's doing and all the amazing Gambian women that I just mentioned. Finally, thank you so much for joining us on the TAF Hub, and until we come your way on our next episode, happy International Women's Day from us, and yes, stay blessed.
We at TAF Africa Global, we hire and train 100+ ladies in the company. Jigéen dafa wara am jom, jigéen dafa farsa, jigéen dafa njaboote ñepp.
I am the assistant manager of block industry. I am a woman.
I am the head of maintenance at TAF Africa Global. I am a woman.
I am a gardener. I am a woman.
I am a painter and I am a woman.
I am a plumber. I am a woman.
Hi, happy Women's Day. My name is Njima, and behind my back, it's my namesake. That's Njima. We are here to put a smile on your face.
Happy Women's Day, everyone. I am Aisha, and that's an Aisha right behind me. One of the reasons why I love the Aisha is because it's spacious and solid, and it brightens my day.
All women are strong and beautiful. I am a woman.
My name is Binta, just like the Binta design right behind me. I am beautiful, bold, and strong. I'm a woman, and happy Women's Day.
We are women. We are TAF Africa Global.
We are women. We are TAF Africa Global.